Hi everyone, today we are looking at a question like this. Now, as you can see over here, this is a big difference, small difference question, okay? Now, how do we go about this? Martin spent a total of $108 on some files and markers, okay? So what we know for sure is that F plus M is equals to 108, okay? So once I'm done with sentence number one, I can move on to sentence number two, all right? In sentence number two, it tells us that he bought 5 times as many files as markers. Okay, so what we can do is that we can show that files is 5 units and markers is 1 unit. Does that make sense? Now, then I continue on to sentence number 3. I realize, okay, that in sentence number 3, it talks about how Martin paid $92 more for the files than the markers. So because of the word more, I know I need to draw a model. What kind of model? A comparison model. Okay, so what happens over here is this. I'm going to draw a model. I'm going to show that files is this much, okay, because he paid $92 more for files, right? So we can actually show that this part over here is actually $92. I know my total is $108, okay? So when I see something like that, right, what I can do is also this, I know, okay, I do not know specifically how many files or how many markers, but I know one thing for sure, right? That whatever that is from here all the way to here is actually how many units? 5 units. Agree? Because he bought what? 5 times as many files. That means whatever that is from here all the way to here is how many units? 1 unit. Okay, now, once I'm done with this, right, what I can do is I can find out what is this. Okay, in fact, I can find out what is this. Agree so far? Agree so far? Okay, in fact, I do not actually encourage y'all to write this down. I want y'all to just find it first, okay? So you just have to do 108 minus away $92. We get to $16. Okay, after that, what do you want to do? You want to do $16 divided by 2, and we get to $8. So we know that this is $8, and then this is also $8. So what does it mean? It means that, okay, it means that 1 unit of markers is actually equals to $8, and 5 units of files is actually equals to $8 plus $92, and that gives me $100. Okay? Now, so this is a big difference, small difference question. The first thing I want to find is I want to find the big difference. Okay, how do I find the big difference? I first have to reduce this to 1 unit of files. Okay, so we have to do 100 divided by 5. If you're wondering how, because I have to divide by 5, right? In order for me to get from 5 units to 1 unit, I divide by 5. Over here, when I do $100 divided by 5, we get to $20. And this is just 1 unit of file. Okay, so I quickly go on to find my big difference. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to find my big difference. And what exactly is big difference? Can I just remind you that big difference is basically the difference between one group of something versus one group of something. So again, so I say a big difference is one group versus one group, correct? So big difference is simply just, okay, 1 unit of file, which is $20, minus away markers, which is $8, and that gives me how much? $12. Okay, now what about my small difference? Okay, for those of you who have attended my lesson, you know that I said small difference is always given in the question. Small difference is not big difference. Small difference is this: 1 file versus 1 marker. You see the difference that you see how I compare? One more time. Big difference is 1 group of something versus 1 group of something. Understand? Small difference is one file, 1 pen, 1 marker, 1 whatever versus 1 file, 1 marker, 1 pen, 1 whatever. Understand? So it's 1:1. So small difference over here, as you can see over here in sentence number 4, it says that each file. Can you see this means 1 file? Right? And then each marker. Can you see this means 1 marker? Right? That means to say the small difference is just $3. And it is given in the question, which is an amazing thing. Because once it is given in the question, you just have to write it down. True? Okay, now once you are done with this, step number 3, you can refer to your cheat code book. You realize that I always do this, right? To find the number of items, I just have to do big difference divided by small difference. When I do this, I will get $12 divided by $3. And when I do division, what happens to my dollar sign? it disappears. So I cancel it away. You understand what I'm saying? 12 divided by 3, that gives me 4. Teacher Joseph, 4 what? Okay, so here's how it works, right? For big difference, small difference, okay, if you have attended my lesson, you know that I always say there are only 2 types of unit. In this question, right, you can see very obviously, of course, Teacher Joseph, I know it's dollar sign. It's the first kind of unit, correct? My answer can be in dollar sign. Now, the second kind of unit, it is either file or markers. You understand what I'm saying? So this 4, right, is basically just 4 items. Okay, so these 4 items could be file, could be marker, but I just know that this is 4 items in 1 unit. This is my Mr. Greenman basically. Okay, now once this is done, Mr. Greenman is out, right? Maybe I can just bracket it to show you that this is Mr. Greenman. I'm just gonna box it up. So Mr. Greenman is out. What I can do is I can read sentence number 8. How many files did Martin buy? Oh wow, Martin bought how many files? We can see from the model itself, right? Files, how many units? 5 units, right? So for A itself, since 1 unit is equals to 4, Martin bought 5 units worth of files. So we're just going to do 4 times 5. 4 times 5, and that gives me 20. Make sense? All right, so therefore, Martin actually bought 20 files. Okay, so once I'm done with this, right, I can do B. Yeah? B says, what was the cost of each marker? Now, for marker, how many markers did Martin buy? Martin actually bought 4 markers. Teacher Joseph, how do you know? Because if 1 unit is 4, and can you see Martin is over here? Martin is over here, and Martin only bought 1 unit of markers. Correct or not? So that means Martin bought 4 markers, and 4 markers, as you can see over here, according to the question, that cost you $8. You all agree so far? So this is for B. Make sense? And they want you to find each. So each means 1 marker. All right, how do I find the price of 1 marker? Very simple. All I need to do is simply just $8 divided by 4, and that gives me how much? $2. And therefore, the cost of each marker will be $2.